Hey, what's up everyone? It's Eli here today. Make sure to leave a like and turn on post notifications as always so that you're not missing out on any future content. And today I'm going to be talking about source vampires and what makes a source vampire. Now I'm going to be talking about a variety of different subjects such as what is source, what makes somebody a vampire. I'm going to be talking about the Sephiroth. I'm going to be talking about the Qliphoth. I'm going to be mentioning the Beast of Babylon. There's going to be a lot of things going into this subject. Now, what is source? Source is God. Source is the all. It is the divine, creative, manifestative energy within me, within you, within the earth, within the stars, within angels, and within demons. It is in everything, and it is beyond personification and transcends all levels of being. Okay? We are all connected to source. Okay? Now I'm going to be explaining the Sephiroth and their initiations and the Qliphoth and those initiations. The Sephiroth is masculine, creative, light, angelic in nature. This is where all the angels are found. It has to deal with all the positive, creative aspects of reality, and it also ties in with the spirit and the white Kundalini energy. And whenever you initiate through the Qliphoth, you experience all of these aspects of reality. And thus, you merge with the Kether, the source, you disperse into it, and source comes back and flows through your being, dissolving your ego, and you become a embodiment of source and basically a angel, to sum it up for you. Okay, that's what a lot of angels are like. Now, let's talk about the Qliphoth. This has to do with demons, with fallen angels, with vampires. This has to do with the womb, destruction, chaos, all the dark aspects of reality, okay? So when you initiate through the Qliphoth, this is what you're going to experience, and this has to deal with separation, okay? Now, there's the beast is the ruler, or one of the rulers, and the scarlet whore, the whore of Babylon, of the Qliphoth, okay? Now, the beast came to me in the astral, and he told me, I am the beast, I am 666. I am the atom, which means the physical manifestation of reality, aka separation. I am your lower nature, the ego. The ego is vampiric in nature because it's a manifestation of separation. So that is the beast. The beast represents your lower nature, okay? So whenever you're initiating through the Qliphoth, this is what you're going to be experiencing. Now, what makes somebody vampiric in nature rather than connecting to source is they will go through Da'oth and they will become completely disconnected from source. They will go through the Qliphoth and become disconnected, hence succubis and incubi and vampires, okay? And they will have a negative, darker, womb-like energy, which is connected to the black Kundalini and the soul energy, and they will continue to need to consume energy to keep their state of being continuous because they're disconnected from the source. And when you don't have a source of energy, God, flowing through you, you need to find it in other beings, okay? Now let's talk. Oh yeah, and these initiations make you demonic in nature, okay? Now what happens when you initiate through the Qliphoth and the Sephiroth, or if you initiate through the Qliphoth and you actually get through Da'oth, you then go through Thamael, thus dissolving into source once again and reforming, okay? And then once you initiate through them both, or just Thamael, if you actually get through, the Sephiroth helps so much, so do angels. Demons do as well. And you initiate through this, right? And you get through Thamael. You then, once you're merged with Source, you actually separate again, and then you become a fragment, a aspect of Source, but because you're not merged in with the all, the whole, you're still your own introspection, and you're still a part of Source. You're still separated in a manner, okay? So you are both dual. You're two, but you're also one. You're the 11, okay? And the master number 11 in numerology ties in with this, and that's my life path number. Keep in mind, that's my life path number. So this has to do with both transcending duality, but being dual at the same time. So you're non-dual, whatever. Anyways, okay, so that's basically how you create a source vampire and kind of the science behind it. Now let me help you understand a source vampire as a whole, okay? So imagine a scale, okay? Whenever you transcend in the Sephiroth, masculine, creative, angelic energy, you rise up into source, but then your ego and your sense of separation becomes non-existent. So you're just source. There is no you, just source. So every thought, every idea, every concept has to deal with the whole of humanity. And even if it doesn't favor you sometimes, you're going to do what's best for source. It's like a hive mind, in a sense. That's in every one of us. Now, let's even the scales again. Say you go through the clip-off. You become disconnected from source, and your ego becomes vampiric. So your sense of self rises up and your ego becomes unbalanced, okay? So you become self-centered, you can become arrogant, you can become prideful, you can become obnoxious, you can just be a dick. Everything's about me. Look at me, self-importance. I am this, I am that. Look at me, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to eat your blood for my own existence. Not really. And that's what happens when somebody initiates through they clip off and they don't get through to off. They become self-important and they become super egotistical. Ego is not bad, okay? Now, say you balance the two. Oh yeah, keep in mind, these beings have no connection to the source, so that they continue feeding energy to replace what was here, okay? Now, if you balance the two and you're a source vampire, wow, you're a part of the whole, and you, in a sense, are also your own separate, egotistical being, meaning that you're unified with the all, and you're separate. So it's like a hack, right? It's like a little spiritual life hack, okay? And you have the power to create, you have the power to destroy, you have the power to give, the power to consume. You're angelic and you're demonic. You can go in heaven, you can go in hell, you can change your energetic vibration from high to low. You can do really anything, okay? Because you can cause chaos and destruction, or you can create order and consume chaos and destruction, okay? So you have your black kundalini and your white kundalini. Your yin and your yang, masculine and feminine, is balanced and positive, okay? So your ego is still there, okay? You've realized that your ego is not something bad. It's not something good. It simply is what it is. Your personification of separation is you, and that's normal, okay? It's okay to be egotistical, as long as you're not super fucking arrogant, okay? And it's okay to be enlightened, as long as you still have your sense of self, okay? So this is a source vampire, okay? They are personifications of heaven and hell, light and dark, in one being. And that's simply it. That's what it is. I am a source vampire. I've initiated through the clip-off and the Sephiroth. I've made deals with angels and demons. I have the balance of my masculine and feminine energy. I am connected to the beast of Babylon and God at the same time, the higher and the lower natures. And I've found the middle grounds because that's the point of my introspection. My life path is 11. Okay? And if you think about it, what are gods? Gods aren't source, right? But they're connected to source, which makes them powerful. It makes them immortal. So beings such as Zeus are, guess what? They're eternal and immortal personifications and separations, archetypes, meaning that they are universe B, clipothic and sephirothic in nature. So in order to achieve deification and godhood, immortality and true spiritual power over both realms, over angels and demons, in these realms, well, not really over them, but with them, in order to achieve this, you have to initiate, right? And you have to find this balance. It's all about balance, okay? Source vampires are both dual, meaning they're separate, and non-dual. They're non-dual. Right? So think about it in that manner, okay? And that is source vampirism, source vampires explained. They're fucking... They're basically god vampires. That's what it is. After a certain point of manifestation and initiation, this is what it leads to. Okay? This is what happens when you work with angels and demons, when you go through the tree of life and the tree of death. This is what happens when you balance the yin and the yang. Okay? The two kundalini, the light and the dark, the soul and the spirit, masculine, feminine energy, rise up through your being, and you awaken and become God. And if you want to merge with the source, become everything, go ahead. If you want to completely disconnect from source and just be a vampire, and that's easier for you, and you'd rather get possessed by a chaos entity and live off of their energy as their source, go ahead. If you want to become a source vampire, transcend both, go ahead. It's up to you. This is your life. This is your choice. I'm simply here supplying the information, the occult science, and magic behind it. Okay? It's up to you where you go when you die. It's up to you which energetic vibration you match. Do you want to be in hell? Cool. You want to be in heaven? Cool. You want to come back to earth? Cool. You want to be an ascended master? Cool. You want to teach and help people? Cool. What do you want to do? I'm giving you the option. So, oh yeah, if you feel like supporting me, check out my Patreon. Anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. I literally remade this thing like 67 fucking times because as I was thinking about it, I kept coming across new information. And then, became dissatisfied with the one that I had. So I made this thing like 67 fucking times. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to let me know what you thought. That is Source Vampires Explained. And peace out. I will see y'all in the future. Have an amazing day. Seriously, check out my Patreon. Like, if you want to just help me, like, sub $3 a month, small amount of support, it's very appreciated. But anyways, I'm going to see y'all in the future.